Hi everybody, I'm Richard. Welcome back to Small Caliber Arms Review. Today we're going to take a look at another option for concealed carry. This is a really elegant looking American-made firearm, kind of based on the 1911. This is a Kimber Micro 9, a good compact 9mm, fits perfectly in the palm of your hand with a 7-round magazine in it, a aluminum frame with a stainless slide on it. It is available in a bunch of different configurations and colors and everything. It has a 3-dot sight system on it. It has a fiber optic front sight on there and the 2 white dots in the back. It's, like I said, it's kind of based on the 1911. Looks like a 1911, but the takedown is a whole lot nicer, to me anyways, than a 1911. Let's take a closer look at it. All right, here it is, the Kimber Micro 9. It's based on the 1911. Looks a lot like a little miniature 1911, and it's a cool little firearm. Has an aluminum frame on it, stainless steel slide on it. This one has Crimson Trace laser grips on it, so all you got to do is when you grab it, your hand automatically turns that laser on. If you don't want a laser on there, there is a little switch right on the side here. You can turn it off. I prefer the 3-dot sights. I like them. I'm used to them. I've been using them for years, so that's what I like to do. But let's look at how this thing comes apart. Now we'll go ahead and, it is clear. We'll go ahead and eject the magazine out of it. Now you got to get your takedown lever, your slide lock lever, lined up with that little rounded arch there. There's some spring tension on it. So pull it back, get it lined up just where it's even there, and kind of hold it. And on the other side, there's a pin right there. You're going to have to push that pin out. Now it's kind of flush mounted there, so you really can't get enough of your finger on there to push it. So we'll take the tip of another round here and give it a little push. There's a little spring detent in there. Once you come past that, the pin comes right out. Go ahead and take the slide and let it go all the way forward, and that's it. There's no toggling lug like there is on a regular 1911 to worry about whether or not it gets lined up in the right spot. Pull your barrel out, watch your guide rod and recoil spring there. It is not a captive unit, so it can come flying out of there. Your barrel just lifts right out, just like nearly every other handgun that's out there, semi-auto handgun. Reassembly is the same way. Just take your spring, push it right back in there, hold on to it, don't let it go flying anywhere. Put it right back down behind the lug there. Now this little curved part right here is going to ride in the frame piece right in here, so be careful when you go to put it back on. And one of the other things you got to really pay attention to when you put this thing back together is this little piece right here. This is going to have to push down before the slide will come all the way back. Now it almost looks like it would push down, but it does not. So you'll have to get your pinky or something in there to get that push down as you pull the slide back on. In fact, we'll use this same round, the 300 blackout round, to get it back in the right spot. Once you got that in there, go ahead and pull the slide back, get it lined up again, get your pin in there, get that little curved arch piece there lined up in the right spot. It's a little tricky, not as tricky as a 1911, I don't believe anyways. Once you get it all lined up, you should be able to pop it right back in. Function check it, everything's good. It does have last round hold open on it, so popping your magazine out and put another one in and you're ready to go. But we're going to throw some Winchester white box in this thing, just some 115 grain full metal jackets. We're going to take it out of the range, give it a few shots and see how it does. All right, we're out here on the range with the Kimber Micro 9. It is a 7-round magazine. It does have a steel follower in it and a little kind of a pinky extension on the bottom of it. Now if you go to take this one apart, you actually have to have a small Allen key or hex key to go in there and take that off, because it doesn't have the button you can depress and slide it off. But just like any other semi-auto pistol magazine, just push your round in, push it back. Once you got it full, maybe give a little tap on the back side and make sure they're all seated in there all the way. Load it up in the firearm and give it a shot. All right, I've got a silhouette target up there at the 7-yard line, and I'm just using the Winchester white box, this full metal jacket stuff. If you're going to carry it for self-defense, you'll want to put a good defensive ammo in there. But we're going to give this thing a few tries and see how it does. I'm not going to use the laser on it. I'm just going to use the 3-dot sights like I'm used to. All right, there it is. Let's go up there and take a look at the target real quick. All right, it might be a little hard to see with the light shining through the back there. I really need to replace my boards, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 right there. Not taking a whole lot of time to aim. It's just kind of intuitive. Point it right there and pull the trigger, and it seems to be like it does a really good job at it. I tell you what, we're going to put one of the smaller targets up at the 15-yard line. Take a little time concentrating and see how I do. We'll aim for the center target on there. Okay, so at the 15-yard mark, accuracy is probably nothing to do with the pistol itself. It's probably more to do with me. I did turn the laser on there, and you should be able to see on the screen there where it's kind of jumping around, and that's just a very small movement from my hands. But I've only got 1, 2, 3 actually on the paper. Looks like there's a fresh one there, maybe here. If I had the silhouette target up here, I would definitely be in the numbers area there. All right, I'm going to throw 7 more rounds in the magazine, go back to the silhouette target at the 7 yards there, and we'll do some headshots, kind of rapid fire on this thing, and see how they do. Shoots pretty good. It's pretty smooth. It's pretty small, but there's really not much of a kick to it. It does have a little bit of muzzle flip to it, but it's not bad. All right, there's my 7 shots, rapid fire headshots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I pierced his ear with one of them there. It's a good quality firearm. They're all good looking guns. All of the Kimber firearms are really good looking ones. Unfortunately for me, this one's a loaner, so I don't get to keep it. But I like them. I've always liked Kimbers. They are somewhat on the pricey side. But I think they're worth it. This is about $730 for this model, depending on which one you get. They offer them in a bunch of different colors and different grips on them and everything. Like I said, this one having the Crimson Trace laser grips on it probably costs a little bit more, but they're made here in the United States, and they're a good quality firearm, and it's really a good choice for concealed carry. Especially if you like the 1911 style firearms, and I really do. It's just a 9mm instead of a 45, but not bad at all. Good looking gun, good quality gun, and pretty good shooting gun too. Anyways, if you could, hit this button over here to check out some of my other videos. Hit this button up here to subscribe if you haven't already, and thanks for watching Small Caliber Arms Review.